If your upper back looks like this, and you would like it to look a little more like this, you're in the right place. This is the video for you. In this video, I want to share with you a simple 10-minute exercise routine to fix your hunchback posture. This is an issue that I'm actually seeing more and more in my physical therapy clinic, mainly because as humans, our whole world has become right here in front of us. We're always looking at a phone or a tablet, or we're working on our computer. What that does is causes our shoulders to round forward and our gaze to be directed down, which pulls our head forward as well. If we're spending more time in this position, this is the posture that we develop, mainly because we get really tight through the muscles right here in the front of our chest and the front of our neck, and then we get loose and weak in the postural muscles that are supposed to hold us upright. Now, technology isn't the only source of this problem. I actually see it a lot in individuals who strength train regularly, who work their chest and their shoulders more often than they do their postural muscles in the back. Now, the biggest problem with this issue goes beyond the aesthetic, meaning people rarely come in and say, hey, I want to improve my posture. If we hold our head and neck in this position long enough, it can lead to tension headaches and neck pain, upper trap tightness, and even shoulder issues as well. Those are the problems that people come in to see me with, and those are the problems that we definitely want to try to avoid. Now, in order to fix this issue, there are three things that must be in place. The first is a mobilization to your upper back. We need to just get those vertebrae moving normally again. Second, we need to stretch the tight structures throughout the front of the chest and front of the shoulders. Third, we need to take place in some regular strengthening exercises to the muscles between your shoulder blades that are going to hold your back in a better posture. Of course, you get all three components in this video. Again, this is a simple routine that you can do daily to fix that hunchback posture. That being said, first exercise coming at you. Let's get started with a mobilization to your upper back. The most effective way that you can do that is right here on a foam roller. If you don't have a foam roller or don't have access to a foam roller, I've got this one linked in the description down below. It's probably one of my favorite pieces of therapy equipment that I have. I've got one in my clinic, I've got one in my house. We use it all the time. I'm also going to show you a few options. If you don't have one of these, you can do these mobilizations over a back of a chair, over the back of a chair. Not quite as effective in my opinion, but still effective if you don't have one of these. So there's two things that I'm going to show you on this foam roll. What you're going to do is lay down. Right now that foam roller is right between my shoulder blades. I'm going to lightly grasp my hands behind my head, and then I'm going to bring my elbows together. As you bring your elbows together, that's going to protract your scapulae, basically move your shoulder blades out of the way to allow that foam roller to get on each one of your vertebrae. So starting, I've kind of moved down, it's up by my neck right now. Sorry, I know that's right in the microphone. Move the shoulder blades up out of the way, and now I'm going to go nice and slow up and down to mobilize my vertebrae, again with my elbows kind of up in this position. And again, you should feel that ride right down each one of the vertebrae. If there's a couple of pops in there, that's okay. Those should actually feel pretty good and offer some relief. And usually what I'll do is I'll tell patients to do about 30 to 60 seconds like this. And then what we can do is kind of the second phase of this is let the elbows come down. And now I'm not going to hold my spine rigid as I do this mobilization. So now I'm going to actually let my head and my shoulders fall back down towards the floor as I come up and over this foam roller. And with this, what we're doing is just working on a lot of extension through your back. Part of the hunchback posture is just a lot of flexion that you stay in all day long. So if we can get the spine to move the other direction into extension, it's going to feel really good. And on this, I would spend about 30 to 60 seconds like this as well. Again, just letting that back extend all the way over the foam roller, up and down. Alternatively, the other option to the foam roller would be over the back of a nice firm chair. You're still going to clasp your hands behind your head and then just use the top of the chair to mobilize and extend through the upper back. And again, about 1 to 2 minutes of about 3 to 5 second holds would be what I would recommend over the chair. Now, after mobilization, let's get into some stretching. The first one that I want to show you is called an extension stretch. I'm going to do it right here on a workout bench. You can do this at home on a couch or a chair, also work well. So what you're going to do is kneel down, and then I'm going to put my elbows up on the bench just like this. I've got my hands clasped. Now, in this position, the first thing I want to do is take a nice deep breath in, breathe in, and then as I breathe my air out, I'm going to let my chest sag down towards the ground. You're going to feel a big stretch in your lats. You're going to feel a big stretch in your chest. I want you to hold that for about 20 seconds, and then we can come right up out of it. Again, deep breath in, and then as your breath goes out, you're going to try to sag your chest all the way down towards the ground as low as you can. Really work a good stretch in kind of through your chest, and you're going to feel that extend through your spine as well. I would perform that 3 times 20-second holds. For the next 3 exercises, we'll use a resistance band. It can be a loop like this, or it can be the tubing. If you don't have any, I've got some linked in the description down below. This stretch is called a shoulder up and over. This is great for your chest. This is also a great way to mobilize your shoulder. What you're going to do is grab the band. Now with this, the wider you go, the easier this stretch is. And so keep that in mind and kind of figure out what feels comfortable to you. What we're going to do is keep your elbows nice and extended. We're going to lift the band up and over our head. Up here, we pull it apart to complete a full rotation through our shoulder, all the way down and then all the way back up and over. That's where the name comes from. On this, it's important to mention that if we do it in this poor posture, I can't get very high with my back rounded forward. So make sure that we extend through the back, keep the shoulder blades nice and back. Now in that posture, I can come all the way up and over and then all the way back as well. Just a great way to stretch and mobilize all through the front of your chest and through the front of your shoulders. On this one, I typically recommend about 10 repetitions, nice and slow and in control. Now let's jump into the strengthening exercises. I've got 3 great exercises that I want to show you. The first one is going to be a band pull apart. And so we're still going to grab that same band. Now what we're going to do, elbows are nice and extended, straight out here in front. Pull my hands apart all the way as far as I can go, really squeezing the shoulder blades together in the back, and then slowly return to that starting position. If that's too easy, we can just grab closer together. If it's too hard, if you have one of these loops, just drop 1/2 of the loop. Now we're only pulling the resistance of 1/2 of the band instead of both. And again, so arms out in front, the emphasis here is to squeeze and pinch the shoulder blades together in the back. Hold 1, 2, and then slowly return back to that starting position. And on this, typically what I recommend is about 20 to 30 repetitions. Those are great exercises for kind of the middle of the back, the middle traps and the rhomboids. We also want to work the lower traps with this as well. It's a great way to pull our shoulder blades down and back and to correct that hunchback posture. One of my favorite exercises for that is going to be a Y, and it's named a Y because if I were to do this with my hands, that kind of looks like a Y. I'm going to get the band, and this time I'm going to grab in here a lot narrower. We're going to first kind of pull the hands apart just a little bit, okay? So I don't need you to go all the way out like we just did in that last exercise, but create a little tension. You should feel the muscles between your shoulder blades activate as you do that. So from right here, we're going to activate those muscles, hold that position nice and slow. I'm going to take the band up and over my head just until it's straight above my head and then return right back down. And so it looks just like that. But what you should feel with this one are the muscles right below your shoulder blades activating to pull your shoulder blades down and in. I tell people try to tuck those shoulder blades into your back pocket that's how we know that we're activating those lower trapezius muscles to pull our back and to pull our shoulders into the right position. And again, with this one, about 20 to 30 repetitions is a great number to shoot for. This last exercise is one of my favorites because it is so effective and there's zero equipment required. This is going to be a YWT. What you're going to do is lay down on your stomach with your arms extended over your head into this Y position. Now what we're going to do is lift your hands up off of the floor. Now pull your elbows down and towards your side. With your elbows bent, this looks like the W position. Now you're going to extend your hands out to the side all the way into a T position. Hold 1 or 2 seconds, return slowly back into the W position, and now return back to the Y position. Again, the emphasis here is I want your hands up off of the floor the whole time. You're gonna hold in each position for about 2 seconds, and you're really gonna feel this going crazy. Those muscles between your back and below your shoulder blades are going to be super active with this. That's exactly what we're after. About 10 repetitions and then repeat that 3 times is a great number to shoot for. Now, if you're looking for more great help with your posture, I've got quite a few videos here on Tone and Tighten to help you out. Check this out right here. These are the videos that you need. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I'd love to see you back for future videos. Hit the circle right here to subscribe to my channel. Hope these help you out, hope you feel better, and I hope to see you again soon right here on Tone and Tighten.